Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. It's a dude named Sue here, back again with another video for you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that post notification because I'm about to be dropping future bangers. So let's get to it. Today I'm actually going to be reacting to these two talk. They got on a podcast together. The guy on the left is Adin Ross, and the guy on the right is Andrew Tate. If you guys don't know who Adin Ross is, I personally don't know who this guy is, but I seen a couple clips and he was doing dumb things on live. Andrew Tate, on the other hand, is a powerful force with positivity. He spoke to a lot of people on podcasts and he talks about a lot of things that aren't really talked about in today's society. So he's very hated. He's a hated man, but he's well loved in the community with other like teenage young boys, young men that are still growing up and need guidance. So I'm going to be reacting towards this video, and yeah, I'm excited to hear what Andrew Tate has to say to Adin Ross. I feel like he's going to check him, to be honest. So let's start.
I've always been rich, but I'm not just rich because of money. You have to understand, I'm rich because of a bunch of things that money cannot buy. Like, I know there's people with lots of money, but they don't have the network I have. They don't have the brotherhood I have. Just sitting with my boys, knowing that if it comes to if the bullets start flying, me and my 10 friends, we all die or no one dies. Having that brotherhood, having women who would literally, you could go to jail for 10 years and they would wait for you. They exist for you and only you, completely and utterly. You are their entire universe. Like having physicality, walking through the world bigger and stronger than everyone else, having all those professional fights. And all the bad things, having the trauma, all the pain, all the bullshit I've been through. You ain't a good man if you haven't had trauma. A man without trauma is a weakling.
Andrew, I've been stabbed with a knife before.
Congratulate. Good. Finally, something admirable. Show me.
I got 8 stitches. It was in my sleep.
Bro,
Good.
that doesn't
Good.
look
See,
like
now-
a
now
stab.
that's what
That
I
looks
like
like
to
a
hear.
mosquito bite,
So
bro.
that's what I love to hear, because as a man, you need things that almost kill you and don't kill you. So I'm rich not because of money. I'm rich because I've been through a whole bunch of shit. Like, I don't see anyone else on the planet richer than me because they're either too old or their life's been too easy. Like, I've had a very, very unique life, very, very eclectic life. I was born with the best possible start a man can have, which is good parents and no money. I've made all of my money completely myself the hard way. None of this fucking internet, Twitch, easy shit. I've done it hard.
Dang.
Well, what did you say? You don't think any like social media people like Logan Paul, KSI, like you don't think like any like the top dogs, like they've worked hard to be where they're at?
They've worked hard, but it's not coal mine, is it? Fucking YouTube videos.
But,
I mean, I actually have respect for the Paul brothers because they fight now. They don't have to fight.
I feel like
Right,
everybody
they
has
have
their
to,
own
yeah,
definition of hard.
And they're doing it anyway. They're making life hard
Having
for
a
themselves.
hard life.
I have to
and
respect
having,
men who decide
or
to
working
do that.
hard, all that
Because they
stuff.
could just take their money and just be fucking jackasses. And instead they're fighting. So I respect them for that.
That's true.
I'm not saying that everyone can do it. I know it's competitive, etc. But it's not a cult. You can get in the ring anytime you decide. Whether you win or not is a different story, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
But it takes dedication. It doesn't take motivation. It takes dedication. You can't be motivated to put yourself through hell all the time. You have to be disciplined.
100%.
And dedicated.
100%.
Different.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, I'm one of the richest men on the planet.
You know what's crazy? I'm actually surprised about how Adin Ross, or how much Adin Ross is listening to Andrew Tate. That's how you know this man right here is an alpha male for sure. He's literally controlling the conversation.
Planet because of all the things I have that money cannot buy. My money's nothing, right? Money's easy. Like once you're past 10 mil, let's say, there ain't nothing to buy.
It's like,
what are you really gonna buy?
It's like in GTA when you like do like you have like the money and you did all the missions, like you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like once you have 10 mil's too low because I have 10 mil of cars, but let's say, and then a nice house, blah blah blah. Let's say 20, 30 mil, whatever. There ain't nothing to buy. I mean, how many diamond watches do you need? 3,
Exactly.
4, 5.
I read some comments. I read a little bit of the comments a while back of another video where he was being interviewed by someone else. I think it was I can't remember what he was in. I think it was Pierce Morgan. No. Patrick Bet David. And a lot of people say this guy is like too cocky and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, don't mistaken confidence for cockiness. This guy literally has what he has, so of course he can talk about it. Now, if you ain't got it and you boast about it, then that's an issue. But he has it and he can back it up with evidence. So,
yeah,
it's you know. So there ain't nothing to buy. So at that point, it's just collecting money for the.
Is your most expensive asset your jet, your private jet?
No. I have some land and some houses that cost more.
Oh, okay.
But the point is that once you get money, that's fine. But then I believe money is an amplifier. I don't believe money changes. I think it amplifies. So if you're a dork and you get incredibly wealthy, you become a mega dork. Whereas if you're a G and you get incredibly wealthy, you become a mega G.
So
I'll give you an example.
Amplifies your status.
It doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you are. If you see a Lamborghini pull up and a little nerd gets out, you think, oh, fucking super tech nerd, probably invented Stripe or something. He's a nerd. Whereas if you see a Lambo pull up and a big fucking strong, bald, whatever crazy dude gets out, you think, okay, he's a drug dealer. He's a mafia boss. The Lambo doesn't change what you think. It amplifies who the person is. Money is an amplifier. It doesn't change. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy that I was poor for a long time because I never would have been able to learn the lessons I've learned if I was rich. I would have never been able to take those risks. I would have never been able to be in those situations. I've been stabbed just like you. I'll show you my scar. So I would never have been able to been put through hell if I had money. So I'm very glad I was poor for a very long time. And the reason I'm the richest person on the planet is not because of the amount of money I have. It's because of all the shit that happened to me when I was poor. That's when I became top G. It's only when I became rich that people started to pay attention.
So you are more wealthy than Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos.
I wouldn't swap lives with them. Fucking fuck no. Like, I respect Elon. I want him to buy Twitter. Don't know why he stopped. Should have carried on. Anyway, they're great guys, whatever. I don't know them. Who cares? Point is, I wouldn't want to be them. Like, everyone wants to be me. I'm top G for a reason. I've got it all. Got every single gift that God can give, plus all the gifts you can make yourself. And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am. And a lot of those things I did myself. And some of them were God-given. But the ones that weren't God-given was because I put myself through hell. I put myself through hell because I decided to throw comfort away. For 10 years of my life, I was never comfortable. Never for a second.
Isn't that, they say, like, the best, like, when you're uncomfortable, it's, like, the best shit because you're, like, I don't know how to put it in words.
And have less exacting, stringent standards on the people I meet. Why would I put myself through hell to be me and then meet someone who didn't put themselves through hell and then treat them like my equal? No, fuck you. I suffered when you didn't. So you're not my equal because you decided not to suffer. You have enjoyed comfort when I haven't, and that's fine. But don't expect me to look at you as my equal because you're not. I'll snap your fucking neck.
Andrew,
that's the world.
Andrew, I have like a lot of friends around me. They're like good friends. Don't get me wrong. Like they're real friends, but like they're incredibly like lazy, and they have so much potential. Like they can be big, they could be getting rich, all this shit, bro. But like they choose not to. So, but it's really hard because I love them. They're my friends, and I came up with these guys, and they're so entertaining. I love them, my brothers. But
you can't help anybody that doesn't want to be helped.
I understand, but you have to. But there's something that's always kind of confused me. When I tell people that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, everyone agrees. They go, "Yeah, that's probably true." The 5 people you spend the most time with, that's what you're gonna end up like. They say, "Yeah, that's true," and then they continue to hang around with people who they don't want to be. Why?
That's very true.
There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you sit and go, "Okay, you're my friends."
Okay, let me dumb it down for a little bit for you guys to understand. So it's like this. What Andrew Tate said, you're going to be one of those people. One of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. What does that mean? That means if your friends are lazy, then you're most likely going to be lazy. They will suck the life out of you because they are lazy themselves. Let's say you're the only person that's actually not lazy and you hang around with them too long. Eventually, you'll end up being just like them because they aren't doing anything. So it's like saying, if I need to go get a license, right? Am I going to talk to a person that's that doesn't have a license or the person that does have a license? The person that has a license, right? Because they have a license. So if you have friends that are lazy, but you want a better life, you're not going to get it by hanging out with those people, hanging out around those people, because they don't have it. You got to go find a new circle, hang around those people, because those people got it. You get it?
Et cetera, et cetera. I love you guys. Yeah, we can talk, whatever. But I'm on a different life path. You have to leave some people behind. You wouldn't want to be, if you were to come hang out with me and you were in a room with me and my 5 friends, you'd feel self-conscious.
You're right.
You don't feel self with your friends.
Because you only surround yourself around people that are on like your level of like.
With killers. I'm with killers.
I'm really
We're fucking
surprised
monsters.
with Adin Ross's
If you were to come
response.
hang around with me and my crew, you would be self-conscious. And that self-consciousness would motivate you, or they would certainly instill the discipline required for you to change. You don't feel self-conscious amongst your peers.
This
That's
is
why
what
you don't
happens when the
change.
top G gets on.
If you were to get in a room and you're the only person who ain't a fucking monster, you'd want to become a monster.
To what he
That's
says.
life. That's humanity. So I say this to people all the time. If you know you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with, why you hang around with people you don't want to be?
Nah, it's true, bro. I'm gonna tell you why, right? I was you know who I Show Speed is?
Oh.
He's this other creator that's like obviously like in my space. I was staying with him in September, and like I would literally like be on my shit like every day, like grinding, like at what I'm grinding, right? And like when he left, I had like no one around me to basically like kind of like on my
Completely.
so it
I
shows.
get it.
Yeah.
And that's why I live in a competitive environment. I live with my brother, my cousin. I live with men. We have a big house. We could all afford fucking 10 houses each. We live together on purpose. If my brother does 500 push-ups, I ain't gonna be the bitch at the house. I ain't gonna not do them.
Right.
So that's another reason the war room exists. My organization, the reason it's so competitive, is the reason we kick people out. You have to fight to keep.
Even if they pay, you're like, I don't give a fuck. Get out. Like,
I don't give a fuck. Get out. I'll kick them out. It doesn't matter. Everyone pays to join. You get kicked out anyway. You have to fight to keep your place. That's the whole.
Damn.
That's because that's how life was. If we were still in the animal kingdom, the lions that you see on TV, they weren't just born big lions. They had to fight other lions. They had to fight to get that antelope. They had to fight other animals, hyenas, jackals. They had to fight to be the boss.
This guy is full of common sense. The common sense that the world needs today. And it's crazy what this guy is saying. It's literally things that we experienced in life already and we know, but we're not doing it. You know why? It's because I feel like society and the media is sucking the life out of us to not even think anymore.
We're living in a comfortable world now where people think, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you know what? To some degree, it does matter. It does matter. And I'll tell you who it matters to. It matters to your soul and it matters to God. I stand in the mirror with a pure heart. I know I am the best version of me that could possibly ever exist. I know that God is proud of me. There's nothing that God hates more than sloth and laziness. If God were to create a man and that man were to sit around and do fuck all, God will frown upon you. It's why you're never lucky. If you're listening to this and you think I'm never lucky, I'll tell you why, because God dislikes you because you're fucking lazy. Start to work. Start to show God the beauty of his own creations. You'd be amazed how lucky you'll become.
Gotta be workers, man. You gotta
God
be workers.
is unhappy with these people.
It even says in the Bible.
And inside their hearts, they're unhappy. We talk about depression, anxiety, all those things you mentioned earlier on this podcast. That comes from self-loathing. You loathe your own weakness. You loathe your own laziness. This is what all of these things are. I don't feel depression. How can I feel depression when I'm the most powerful version of me that I could ever fucking be? How can I feel depression when I could squeeze my own hand hard enough to break my own bones? How can I feel depression when I've smashed and destroyed 68 people's faces in front of me, men who thought they could test me in fair combat? How can I feel depressed? It's impossible. Do you understand?
Bro, you got like the best fucking mentality, like brain, like ethic I've ever seen in my fucking life. What the fuck? Everything you're saying is just like that you said.
It's powerful.
Literally facts. I agree with like 100% of everything. So why do we? Okay, here's another question. Do you notice that
I feel like he's just like a creative character.
We don't care about
You know
things
how
until
like
it's gone.
no one
Like,
can
we
be
don't appreciate what
perfect.
we have until it's gone.
But you got this
know what I'm trying to say?
Andrew
Like
Tate right here.
Appreciation. Like,
Correct.
Creative.
why is
for
that?
you.
Why do you think that? And do you feel
In
that
a
way? Like,
game
are you very grateful? Are you
that can do
appreciative of what you have?
anything.
Like, you know how to speak on that.
Yeah, that's a mental trick. You have to rewire your brain. That's one of the things you have to rewire your brain to do. And the reason your brain needs to be rewired is because anyone who is watching this stream below the age of 30, your brain is already broken. And I'll tell you it's broken. I'll tell you why. Watch your friends when they're on TikTok. How long can they even focus on a video before they have to change? Half a second, a second, maybe. All of your minds are broken. You can't even focus on anything anymore.
Oh,
you
yeah.
are
Yeah, exactly what he's talking about right now is what I see as well. Like TikTok, they got all these shorts, right? You got YouTube shorts, you got TikTok where there's only like a few second clips or something like that. They got Facebook Reel, Instagram stories, and that's Instagram Reels or stories, whatever. Yeah, stories, where you only get like a few second clips, and after that, it moves on to the next thing. What that does is shortening your attention span. And the same thing, I feel like it's so bad for the kids because now it's like they can't even focus on one thing to the point where they have to move on to the next. Like, I'm not going to lie. I have a 4-year-old son, and when he goes on social media, sometimes I'll try to like stop him from doing it. But when he does go on it, I'll see him flipping through the freaking videos. And it's like what they're trying to do is train these kids to be mindless kids, to not be able to actually focus on one thing at a time. Like these kids are definitely just flipping through these freaking pages like crazy. It's so sad, man. It's so sad.
Distracted to the point where you can't even appreciate the good things in your life. You're distracted. Your minds are broken. You need to rewire your mind and resist the slave programming.
How?
They have programmed. I'll tell you how. First thing you have to do is identify it. You have to identify what is happening to you. I use my mind to break the trap. What I do is I allow my enemy to manipulate me on purpose. And then I use my mind to break the trap and punish the perpetrators. I will sit on TikTok for a day. I'll just enjoy TikTok. And by the end of the day, I'll watch myself. How quickly I'm looking to be entertained, how little time I give a video, how fucked up I am. And then I'll blink and I'll cure my fucking brain. You must allow yourself to be manipulated and you must fix it. All of it. You just talked about not appreciating the things you have. Then blink and cure your brain. It's a conscious decision.
Bro,
you're letting other people control your mind.
It's all distraction.
The Matrix is trying to control your mind. They're very good at it. That's what they do to control all of us. You have to break the trap. If you cannot control your own mind, let me make this point because it's extremely important. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. Right. You can't control other people. You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think.
Now I'm over here
if you cannot
about
control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control, zero influence. Gosh. You can't control anything. You're just a feather in the wind, waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place, completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate to you because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked. It is trained like everything else.
All right, I'm about to stop the video here. Man, that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. There's so much good stuff that he's actually pointing out. And I hope that you guys watch this and actually learn something from it because this is the content I only want to put out. And I feel like the world needs it the most in this dark time. I mean, if you kind of look through Facebook and you look through Instagram and everything like that, there's nothing but like nudity nowadays. Negative things, celebrity, controversial topics, anything that has to do with bad celebrity news, all that bad stuff, man. I feel like we need some light, and I feel like this guy, although he does cuss and it is annoying sometimes, he's doing something good. The message is what you're supposed to be taking in. The message of what he's talking about. Don't look at what type of person he is. Look at the message. Is he putting out good message? If he is, then you should listen, right? Because no one else is doing it. So yeah, and if you guys haven't subbed, hit that sub. I'll see you guys in the next video.